This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Bridget Bastian. In this week's broadcast, South Bahamas Conference elects Educators Association leadership and young ladies are encouraged to embrace their true beauty. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. We turn our attention to the Seventh-day Adventist Educators Association, where a new slate of officers has been elected to lead the organization for the next 2 years. The association held a meeting on Sunday, March 16, 2025 at Bahamas Academy. Members gathered to elect their new leadership team. Milton Lewis has been elected president, bringing his experience and dedication to the forefront. Joining President Lewis is a committed group of individuals. Asha Spence will serve as Vice President, Marisa Claire Wilson as Treasurer, Tamika Fox as Secretary, and Deborah Robinson as Assistant Secretary. Further strengthening the association's leadership, Dane Calvin has been elected Chaplain, with Dr. Justina Knowles serving as Assistant Chaplain. Edward Roma will serve as Sergeant-at-Arms, ensuring the smooth operation of future meetings. The association is also pleased to welcome Juliet Sands, Education Director of the South Bahamas Conference, as Special Advisor. These newly elected officers will serve a 2-year term focusing on key initiatives such as professional development, advocacy for educators, and fostering a supportive learning environment for students. As the new leadership prepares to take office, they are guided by a shared commitment to excellence in education. At Bahamas Academy, students and teachers actively participated in the annual Spring Week of Prayer. This year's Week of Prayer theme was I Am a Promise, emphasizing everyone's divine purpose and potential. The high school division listened to a diverse lineup of speakers, including teachers Earl and Deborah Thomas, Pastor Lyndon Williams, and Elder Romiko Young. According to Mr. Thomas, Week of Prayer coordinator, each day covered a unique focus requested by the students.
For each day, we focus on something specific in the lives of the children. For example, we spoke of their body temple. I'm a promise, so I should be kind to others. I'm a promise, I'm enough in Jesus. As a matter of fact, some of these ideas came directly from the children. They were the ones who suggested that these are the things that we should talk about. So I think what made it so special for them as well as for me was it was very personalized.
On Friday, the school welcomed guest speaker Belshaddai Fasaw, a youth leader of the Ephesus Church, who reminded the students of their value in God. Some of the students shared with us how this week of prayer impacted their lives.
This week of prayer was a benefit for me to be closer to God and to know more about His Son Jesus.
This week of prayer, I was the health master. I gave health facts each day to help the students realize that health is a very important topic. On one day, I talked about the importance of academic integrity. And I realized that honesty and respect, even in the most compromising positions, is utmost importance.
This week of prayer has helped me to realize that I wanted to be baptized. Why is because I want to have a greater connection with God, and I feel as if I have insecurities of my own and that I want to get over them, and that I feel like it will impact me in a wonderful way and in a positive way, and I feel that those ways may be changeful and they may include transformation within my life this year, and that is what I am looking forward to.
Not to be left out, the Elementary and Early Learning Center Division worshiped at the Breath of Life Church, where they sang praises to God and learned Bible stories through powerful skits presented by the high school students. The guest speaker for the lower division was Marisa Claire Wilson, who provided daily encouragement to the students, reminding them that they are all unique and special in God's eyes. The week of prayer concluded at the Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist Church, where Pastor Lyndon Williams spoke on the topic, Youth Responding to the Call, highlighting the importance of young people in ministry. He reminded the congregation that age does not limit God's calling. After such a powerful week, some of the students decided to commit their lives to God. We praise God for those who were baptized during the week of prayer. The Women's Ministry Department of the South Bahamas Conference hosted a special Gems Day for girls and young ladies in our local churches. The focus of the day was on true beauty, with a variety of guest speakers who poured into the hearts and minds of the ladies. Denevia Seymour Hudson reminded the girls of their talent and potential. She encouraged those present to speak positively about their lives each day. Dr. Justina Knowles provided tips on how to take care of one's health and encouraged a positive mindset. Alrain Damascus shared the importance of living authentic lives both on and off social media, while Santosh Sargent shared the power of modesty, which must reflect God's image inside and out. The final speakers were Charlie Swain, who presented on creating godly friendships, while Pastor Manasseh and Kenesha Sims spoke on boundaries and their importance in one's life. Overall, the girls enjoyed a full day of fellowship and connection, sharing their perspective on the different topics and how to apply them to their lives. We thank the Women's Ministries Department, led by Director Carla Rogers and her team, for creating impactful and spiritual events for our young ladies. When we come back, we'll have more on what's coming up in the South Bahamas Conference.
Mark your calendars for the South Bahamas Conference Mission Refocus Weekend from April 19th to the 20th. Get prepared for a powerful and inspiring weekend you don't want to miss. We are thrilled to welcome Dr. Urton Kohler of the General Conference and Dr. Leonard Johnson of the Inter-American Division, who will be joining us for this transformative event. They will share powerful sessions on mission and the vision of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Joint services will be held on April 19 from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and April 20th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Hillview Adventist Church. Come ready to be energized for the mission that lies ahead. We look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome back to our Adventist News and coming up in the South Bahamas Conference. Grandstown Northern Stars is having a breakfast sale and car wash on Sunday, March 30th, 2025, 8 a.m. to noon. You are cordially invited to support this event. Mission Refocus Weekend will be held on April 19th and 20th with Dr. Urton Kohler and Dr. Leonard Johnson, leaders from the General Conference and the Inter-American Division. Joint services will be held on April 19th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and April 20th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. During the weekend, an honoring ceremony will be held for some of our diligent members of our conference. The Children and Adolescents Ministries Department will host leadership training at the Johnson Park Church on March 29th. Guest presenters Viola Stewart, Pastor Arthur and Luz Angilla will discuss children with ADHD, autism, and other intellectual disabilities. The training is open to all. CHAM is also organizing an outdoor challenge day for our conference's adolescents. On April 27th at Goodman's Bay Beach, parents and adolescents ages 10 to 15 will navigate 10 exciting checkpoints filled with physical challenges and clues to the finish line. The South Bahamas Conference Music Ministries Department will host a special hymn festival on April 26, 2025 at 6 p.m. The evening will be filled with uplifting music as we reacquaint ourselves with the hymns of the church. The Inter-American Division, in collaboration with the Atlantic Caribbean Union, will host a youth Bible study on March 28th at 7:30 p.m. The meeting will be on Zoom. The Men's Department of the Grandstown Church is planning a special Mother's Day cruise on Sunday, May 18th, 2025 to Andros. All interested mothers from the conference are invited to attend. Individuals can contact the church's Men's Department at 557-0659 for more information. Feel free to visit the South Bahamas Conference website at southbahamasconference.org to receive more information on all our upcoming conference events. There, you can also view a rebroadcast of our Adventist News Update along with other local programming from our cable channel ATV 658 and read the weekly logos and the Adventist page from the Nassau Guardian.
Studies show that good living preserves mental ability in middle age, and that there are things that we can further do to improve cognitive health. So don't wait to start living healthy. Before you assume you're developing a serious health problem, such as dementia, be aware that your brain changes with age, both in terms of its size and structure. And these differences can, and usually do, impact how well it works over time. Even as these changes happen as you age, Everyday Health provides us with 8 tips to remain mentally sharp as you get older. Number 1. Control your cholesterol and blood pressure levels. High cholesterol and high blood pressure increases your risk of heart disease and stroke, which are thought to contribute to the development of certain types of dementia or severe memory loss. Number 2. Don't smoke or drink alcohol. Number 3. Exercise regularly. Regular physical activity is thought to help maintain blood flow to the brain and reduce your risk of conditions such as high blood pressure. Number 4. Maintain a healthy diet. What you eat can make a big difference in how well you think and remember things. It's best if your diet emphasizes foods such as green leafy vegetables, other vegetables, berries, and seafood. Number 5. Stimulate your brain. One way to keep your mind active is by learning new skills. Number 6. Socialize more. Some studies found that making new friends or spending time with the ones that you have might be good for your brain. Number 7. Nurture an intimate relationship with your spouse. This is said to increase the release of certain brain chemicals that boost cognitive function. And lastly, number 8. Play brain games. Playing memory games, or any game in general, can help keep the brain healthy. A healthy retirement starts today. I'm Laverne Stirrup, and this has been your health tip, courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, 3 John 1 verse 2, which says, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network with our news feature from around the world.
Tim, an Australian who left everything behind, dedicated his life to humanitarian work in Cambodia with his family. What he didn't expect was that media would become a powerful tool to bring the gospel through storytelling to a predominantly Buddhist population where Christianity is still little known.
Media ministry gives them an opportunity on Sabbath to have church, even if it's online.
Dreamer. That's what people might have called Tim when he first shared his vision of building a studio to spread the gospel in the language of the Cambodian people, Khmer. But before anyone could doubt him, he had already faced and overcome enormous challenges with God by his side. His mission not only became a reality, but also grew and thrived.
And we have a number of areas we work in. We have 2 schools, K-12 in one, and a primary school. And then we have an orphanage and an elderly people's home and media center, a butterfly garden, a plant nursery, and we manage a campground and soon to get started on a lifestyle resort.
The smile on his face reflects the years of dedication that have shaped him. His work has expanded into multiple initiatives, including the studio, a project that needed people and resources.
Well, that's it for Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. To share what is happening at your church, please email your news, stories, and upcoming events to spcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist news along with other programming and to keep in touch with what's happening at our conference, visit our website at southbahamasconference.org. The SBC Media Network's Facebook and Instagram pages are filled with lots of material from the Communications Department, so you would want to check those out. And remember to subscribe, like, follow, and share. You can watch and listen to our program from our radio station, Word SBC 88.3 FM, and our Adventist television channel, ATV 658. Get updates, insights, and first-hand information from the SBC Media Network as it happens. The programming from ATV 658 can also be viewed on the South Bahamas Conference YouTube channel, so feel free to watch a recap of our news. On behalf of our production team, it was our pleasure to bring you tonight's news update. I'm Bridget Bastian for the SBC Media Network. Have a happy Sabbath.